Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exceptional day. We are here to make a very exciting announcement that is important to the city of Albuquerque and the state of New Mexico. We have many dignitaries here with us today, and some of them are sitting right in front of me, and they are the big dogs. Could you stand up? Our national basketball champions. Dennis Porter is their coach, and they brought home the gold, and we are so very proud of them. And that's just the beginning of what we're about to do. So first, I would like to thank Mayor Berry for his support of the Department of Senior Affairs and our senior community. Thank you. And now I'm going to hand it over to him for a special announcement. This is Mayor Richard J. Berry.
I'm gonna yield my time to George Armijo Brasher to make this announcement because it's her passion and spirit that got this here. George, you do the honors. I'll talk after you.
The city of Albuquerque will be host to the 2019 National Senior Olympic Games.
All right, now all five. Hey, give me a high five. Good job. Good job. That's good stuff. I'll tell you, today's been a really great day, and it's only getting better. This morning we broke ground on our innovation district with the University of New Mexico. Now we're announcing that we will be the host city for the 2019 Senior Olympic Games. What that means, everybody, our senior Olympians know this, but we will have 10,000 athletes coming to the city of Albuquerque in 2019 to compete, to be well, to see our beautiful city, to spend time in Albuquerque, New Mexico, take their memories, take the good word that they get while they're here back to where they live. And this is nothing but great stuff. And this happened not by accident. You're going to hear some people talk today about how we got here. It was a pretty long road to get here, but let me tell you, it was paved with energy, it was paved with passion for our city, it was paved with a can-do attitude, so that we could tell the folks from the Senior Olympics that this is absolutely the place that they need to be in 2019. Their athletes need to be here. They will have a wonderful time, and Albuquerque won. So give yourselves a big round of applause. Mark Riker's here. He's the CEO of the National Senior Games. He's going to tell you a little bit about the details, but I want to go through and I want to thank some folks. And I want to tell you a little bit about my understanding of why they're coming, and Mark can expand on that. We went to Birmingham with Georgia, Rob Perry, ACVB at the time, now Visit Albuquerque, Angie and Tanya were there, Ernesto. I mean, the whole group went to Alabama to pitch the Senior Olympics on this and tell them why Albuquerque was the right place for them. And we talked about a couple of things that I think really excited the Senior Games. We talked about the new baseball complex that we're building on the west side. Councilor Lewis and Ken Sanchez and all of our other city councilors that are here. We're putting in over $20 million into a world-class facility. It's an investment in sports tourism as well as an investment in our community. They talked about the convention center renovations, another intentional investment. We talked about the new 18 new pickleball courts that are being built up in the southeast part of the city of Albuquerque. We talked about ART, the bus line, getting people back and forth to the restaurants and the shops. So all of these things, I think, spoke to this idea that we are willing to invest in ourselves in Albuquerque. We're willing to invest in our people. We're willing to invest in our place, and I think that made a big difference for us. So we went out there and we pitched hard. We got together with the University of New Mexico, who you just reading in the paper today about, yesterday making big investments into facilities at the University of New Mexico. We worked with our friends at the county. We simply got together and made sure that the Senior Olympics knew that this was the place for them and their 20 sports that they will be bringing to our community. So our facilities that we talked about, as I said, were the Convention Center, Arroyo del Oso Golf Course, Los Altos Golf Course, our West Mesa Aquatic Center, Jerry Klein Recreation Tennis Center, Ventana Ranch Tennis Complex, our new regional baseball complex that I mentioned, our new Manzana pickleball courts, and all of the things that are happening in the city of Albuquerque. The economic impact from this event is expected to be $34.4 million for the citizens of Albuquerque. That's folks taking time to shop at our shops, eat at our restaurants, stay in our hotels. That's a great economic boost for the city. It'll also give us a chance to highlight our world-class athletes here, our senior athletes. The big dogs are here representing, way to go. There's a lot of other folks. I told, when I walked up, I told everybody, if I look like that when I'm his age, my wife's gonna be really happy. So you know, it's a good thing all the way around. I don't want to take any more of your time. There's a lot of details we can talk about, but I just want to say thanks to everybody that made this happen, and I really want to especially thank the Senior National Games Association. They have to make a decision that they think is right for their athletes. We pitched it hard. We had competition with other cities, and they had to ultimately make the decision to say yes. So all of our directors that are here, everybody from all of our departments pitched in, from transit to PD to senior affairs to parks and recreation. I mean, everybody here had something to do with this. We are going to raise significant money in our community to host this. It's about a $4.9 million cost to host this event. $2.6 million of that will come from the city of Albuquerque. Our city councilors already put in $350,000, I believe, in this last year's budget to start the planning process. Another $1 million from our partners at UNM, the county, other folks that are going to pitch in. We're going to go out and have a corporate sponsorships to the tune of about $1.2 million, and then we've got some miscellaneous funds. So I'm happy for the city of Albuquerque. I won't be your mayor when it's here, but I'll come out and I will watch all of these events, and I'll be happy to watch our next mayor stand up proudly and put Albuquerque on the national stage and say, this is what we're all about here in the land of enchantment. This is what we're all about in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're about winning, we're about excellence, and this is just another example of that. So with that, I'm going to introduce Mark Riker. Mark is the CEO of the National Senior Games Association. We've been on the phone, we've been in a meeting in person. Lots been going on. So Mark, we appreciate your believing in our city, and we just can't wait to host you in 2019.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council members and councilwomen, our board, but the athletes too. As the mayor said, we have to make a decision, and he outlined a lot of the great things, the infrastructure, the brick and mortar that is being built. But what really struck us was we came away with the philosophy that we heard was that there was one city, one team here. And that was from all these departments, law enforcement departments, transportation departments, the housing, the hospitality, the venues, everything came together and supported this bid. And it was extremely evident to see that. That's the intangible, but those are the details that are so important when our athletes and their guests come here to visit the land of enchantment. It's the feeling that they will get beyond just the great venues and the rich culture that's here and the rich history and the scenic beauty that you have throughout the land here. It is the people that make the difference. And we worked very hard, and the mayor's staff in the last few weeks, to get this contract all done and signed, and we had, but to make it really official in front of everybody, Mayor, you know, this is the contract here. So we're going to let the mayor kind of just, you know, kind of put his signature on it. Just so I want to make sure I have, like, you know, 300 witnesses here that he's officially doing this here. So, Mayor.
All righty, all righty. Our city attorney's here. If I'm making any mistakes, stop me now. All right, man.
Awesome.
Now I want Mark to sign it.
And what we'll do, this is the official pen now, the 2019 National Senior Games Albuquerque official pen that signed the contract. And we have a case here for you, Mayor, to keep the pen in so that you can remember all the work that you and your team did to get us to this point. So we are very appreciative of that.
Thank you so much.
And again, it is our honor, just as much as your honor, that we're here today. And thank you for everything, Georgia, Anthony, the entire team, the Department of Senior Affairs. But we also know there's a great relationship between the state. New Mexico Aging Long-Term Services has done a phenomenal job with our New Mexico partner Senior Olympic Games that are going on in Roswell, actually starting tomorrow. Some of these athletes will be heading down there, I'm sure. They've put on 28 local games and about 130 different events that they put on throughout the state. So it is truly a network of support that goes on here, and we are extremely, extremely appreciative of it. And the last thing we want to do now that, Mayor, you've signed it, we will make it even more official with you. We want to present you and the city a plaque officially announcing the 2019 National Senior Games host city, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Great stuff, man. Thank you. Thank you. Give a picture of it. Who's over there? We'll get a picture. Thanks a lot, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Good job.
it. George, do you want to go?
As you can see, this is just the beginning, and it's so exciting. Part of our team that went and did incredible work, and will continue to do that, is Tanya Armenta, Visit Albuquerque President CAO. If you would come forward and share a few words.
Well, following the mayor and Mark, they pretty much touted definitely the benefits of why Albuquerque. They've already explained why. But I just want to say it's our tremendous honor to host the National Senior Games. Visit Albuquerque. This is the business we're in, securing meetings, conventions, sporting events to come to Albuquerque. But admittedly, when you have a champion like Georgia that takes the lead, you know, this has just been an amazing collaboration, as has been discussed. Also want to emphasize that when you have, Albuquerque is one of the fittest cities in America, well known, as evidenced by the folks right here. National championship winners here. This is an opportunity for us to underline that we are one of the fittest cities in America. Also, when you take the mayor, who happens to be an athlete, with you to make a pitch to secure the games, that doesn't happen in every city. So we're just really fortunate that our mayor, as the chief promoter of the city, took this as a responsibility and also as an honor to go and pitch Albuquerque, so to bring this home. What's been underlined, it is one of the largest, without a doubt, one of the largest sporting events that we have hosted in Albuquerque. The numbers have been discussed, and our team is committed to ensure with the hospitality industry that the attendees have just a fabulously successful event. So Mark, you have our commitment to that, that we will work with the hospitality industry to make sure that we definitely roll out the red carpet. Also want to underline how these things are made possible, and some of the development that is occurring in Albuquerque is affording us this opportunity. So the development on the west side, the continued development across Albuquerque gives us the opportunity to bid on things like this, and we're just excited. We're going to be hosting the Golden Age Games in 2018, which is another senior event leading up to this. So we're going to be the place to be for senior sporting events here in the next few years. We're looking to expand that to be the place to be for sporting events in general. So thank you very much for choosing Albuquerque, and we're very excited. We'll get going.
Another one of our very important partners was the University of New Mexico, and joining us is Dr. Tim E. Gutierrez. He's the Associate Vice President of Student Services.
Okay, I'm sitting out there and it's cooking, so I'm gonna make this quick. First and foremost, I want to thank the organizing committee, Georgia Mayor, for involving the University of New Mexico. We have many partnerships. This is a great partnership. We're excited about the future of this, to include all of you. The National Games, thank you to them for selecting us. We're excited about that. But we are looking forward to making this, as mentioned before, one of the best games ever, and making sure that you enjoy the National Games in the future. With that, I also want to just recognize Debbie Knotts, who is from UNM, who has taken a lead role in working with the city on this. But from the University of Mexico. We're honored, we're proud, and we're excited about being a part of this team. Thank you.
Thank you. Another one of our partners, of course, is the City Council. And joining us is City Council President Dan Lewis.
Well, thank you. On behalf of the 9-member Albuquerque City Council, I want to say how excited we are to help host and support these games. We actually have a number of athletes on the council. Councilor Winter is a pole vaulter, and Councilor Sanchez is a mean ping pong player. So we'll see if he can qualify for the games. The council has also been very supportive and really had some foresight into funding some key facilities that'll be critical for these games. Already, the $21 million sports complex that'll be built on Albuquerque's west side that will be critical for these games. Already, we're seeing the payoff of that before we've even constructed this facility. And so that facility will go out to bid in the next month, and within a year, we'll complete that facility. And it'll be a world-class baseball, softball facility with a lot of turf to be able to do a lot of other competitions and games in that facility. So we're excited about that. I'm really very thankful for the council again for having that kind of foresight, as well as pickleball. I tell you, a couple of years ago, I don't think anybody on the council even knew what pickleball was. And when Councilor Harris had the idea to fund a regional facility for pickleball, and so the council supported that with limited knowledge. And of course, we got a good education on it now over the last few years. We know how important it is and what a great sport that is. And so along with the regional tennis complex that we were able to build on the west side in the last few years, another world-class facility along with Jerry Klein and other facilities that the council has invested in, along with the mayor and the departments and Director Brasher and the Parks and Rec, that really put a priority on these facilities. And we're going to continue, and our commitment to you, Mark, and to the games is that we will, over the next few years as a council, ensure that the funding is there to put on a world-class event, and we'll do all we can as a city to make sure that we host thousands of people in a way that they're going to really enjoy Albuquerque, and they're going to be glad that they came here, and they're going to come back many more times. So thank you again. Thank you to the mayor and to Director Brasher and others who worked hard to put this together, and we're excited to host these games. Thank you very much.
There is one person in our audience that this has been very important to him for many, many years. He's known as the godfather of the senior games, and this has been his dream. Ernesto, please come forward. Ernesto Ramos.
Congratulations. Thanks for your leadership.
Thank you very much, Georgia. She's correct. I don't think there's anybody happier than me on this occasion of bringing the National Games 2019 to Albuquerque. It could not have been done, as everybody has said, without the leadership of the mayor and Georgia, that have worked real hard in addition to the rest of the team that has helped real hard to make this possible. I know that the Conventions and Visitors Bureau helped a lot, New Mexico Senior Olympics, and if I may, you got the president and vice president standing over there with green shirts, Lori Ann and Dick Griffith. And so I also want to thank the team for having worked so hard. Now the work starts right now. And I want you to know that I'm going to do a somersault there right now. I don't think so.
Good job.
None of this happens without dreams like Ernesto's. None of this happens without a team of people that support. This effort is a true example of what one city can do. One city, one team, working together. Mark Riker and the National Senior Games team working together made Albuquerque, New Mexico, the 2019 National Senior Games host. Let's hear it for Albuquerque. I know it's hot, but I really, truly want to acknowledge some people here. Again, like Tanya Armenta, Angie Jepson, Robert Frank, the president of UNM, Debbie Knotts, our executive director and part of our advisory council, and the City of Albuquerque team, APD Chief Gordon Eden, AFD Chief David Downey, Barbara Taylor, Parks and Recreation, Bruce Razili, Transit, Dana Feldman, Cultural Services, Lou Hoffman and Gerald Romero, Finance, Jennifer Bradley, Purchasing and Legal, Peter Ennin, Risk Management, DSA, Karen Lopez, Rhonda Methvin, Danny Holcomb, and Anthony Romero. And our City Council, for all your support that you have given to this process. Thank you so much. Our CAO, Rob Perry, went on that trip and made a big impression, so thank you very much. And I know there's many more people to acknowledge, and all the seniors are going to benefit from this effort. I thank you all for joining us here today and ask you for your continued support. The work begins now. Here we go, 2019.